Front, back, left, right, up, down, inside, out, outside, in, find the search me. Front, back, left, right, up, down, inside, out, outside, in, find the know me. Yeah. Front, back, left, right, up, down, inside, out, outside, in, find the try me. Yeah. Front, back, left, right, up, down, inside, out, Father, please examine me. I wanna know whatever you know. Show me what you want me to see, so I can walk after your way, or maybe someday be as you be. I no longer want no more of me. Show you somewhere you wrong at, so I can pounce and take a bounce toward that until my obedience don't crack. The wisdom Solomon asked for, Father, cook me up on that. I'll take it over silver, take it over gold. Nothing more important, I really want that. Frisk me down, so look deep up in me, search me, and get rid of anything that you see in me, making me weary. To another peak I'm hoping to get me. Skyward deep up in my soul and rebuilding me what you find in a dream or some other anointed holy thing when you send your sign. Cause I'm so sick of this earth, I feel like a bird that's been stranded on the ground. It got big wings on my back, but depending on my feet to get me around. So how can I plead? Reveal to me what you need, show me everything that the light you seen, capture me into a bright beam. But first I know you gotta search me, and in your eyes decided unworthy. I know I got off to a rough start in life, but now I'm seeking for you to purge me. And I don't care who you relay your message through. I know oftentimes you send another prisoner or servant you got representing you.
Search me, search me. Father, I trust your eyes. I know you will go find it. Search me, search me, search me. Exactly what you turned me into. How I pray that you like it. Search me, search me, know my heart. Try me, know my thoughts. Search me, search me. See if there be any iniquity left in me. So oh, how I pray that you like it. Behold what you done made to me. Oh, how I pray that you.
Yeah. Father, guard what my eyes see, regulate what my ears hear. Guide the path beneath my feet. In the labor I put my hands in. Barricade all my thoughts in the goodness in your ambience. I don't wanna think about nothing else but the peace I found in your manuscript. And I know it's really your manuscript. It already brought me out of infidelity, filthy lucre, and drunkenness. And every time I think I'm getting by, your reality check will come again. Something else I gotta fix up within, and I praise you for it. Keep rummaging, put a hook on the pole and cast it into my soul, and reel out all my iniquities that I stand up be for you whole. And behold what you made to me. I long for the day that you say to me, job well done, my son. I can't have your eyesight escaping me. Heavenly Father, turn not your face from me. Get rid of everything that you don't like. Don't wanna hold on to it, I'm gonna do it. I surrendered my whole life, my entire life. That mean I don't care what you take away, cause if you didn't first make it possible, I'd have never had it in the first place. Praise you, high. And I don't care who you relay your message through. I know oftentimes you send another prisoner or servant you got representing you.
Search me, search me. Father, I trust your eyes. I know you will go find it. Search me, search me, search me. Exactly what you turned me into. How I pray that you like it. Search me, search me, know my heart. Try me, know my thoughts. Search me, search me. See if there be any iniquity left in me. So search me. Oh, how I pray that you like it. Behold what you done made to me. Oh, how I pray that you search me. Search me, search me. Oh, how I pray that you like it. Behold what you done made to me. Oh, how I pray that you like it. Search me.
Yeah, he definitely in here right now.
Search me.
covenant music. You know what I'm saying? Covenant music. One time in the name of a higher through Yeshaya, and always in the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? For the few of us that's worried about this kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That good meat. Read the Bible. Proverbs 17:3. The finding pot is for silver. The finding pot is for silver. So like a refinery, put that silver through a process and get it pretty and clean and sparkling, shining. And the furnace for gold. And the furnace for gold. Like gold go through a furnace. Have you ever seen a piece of gold before it go through that furnace and undergo all that fiery red hot lava like heat and get all them unwanted substances burned out of it so that it come out twinkling? What? But the Most High thy power try up the heart. But the Most High, he gonna try that heart. That's what the Most High doing to our hearts, It's for our heart's sake that he gotta do this to us. You know what I'm saying? He gotta try our hearts. He gotta put it through major affliction and hurt and pain and humble it to the point that it may appeal to him. This is the way he is fixing us and making it so that he ain't gotta cast us off forever. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be folding under our pressure and choosing the devil's tactics, which seem like the easy way out at the time, right? No, we gotta undergo that refining process. That's what's gonna make him say, okay, kapow, with our little temporary blessings and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, here you go, my child. Enjoy this blessing that I done had your name on, Your prayers you've been praying, the little things you've been asking for, this, that, and the other, blase, blah, right? Check this out, what I got for you right here. Kablam, how you love that, And eventually in the end, it's like, okay, kabang, come on into my eternal gate, my faithful servant, you. Enjoy this kingdom here that I have prepared for you from the beginning of time, from the foundation of the earth. Congratulations, So I'm gonna tell you right now, off the rip, fam, ain't no weak people getting in this kingdom, fam, flat out. If all this affliction and hurt and pain is doing anything other than humbling you, feel what I'm saying, bringing out that humility and meekness about you, then there you have it. His call, his plea, his decree didn't work on you. If you shaking off the affliction of this flesh vessel in this realm and staying prideful and protesting everything and everybody and seeking to punish and get even with everybody on the opposing side of you, just because they made you uncomfortable and all that, and nobody can tell you nothing and you ain't willing to make no sacrifices to take no losses in your life, then that was your reward, straight off the rip. That's the opposite of the refining pot or this furnace for gold. You belling on the process and them unwanted substances ain't being burned out of you, you staying the same, You ain't doing no suffering, ain't learning no patience, ain't jumping no levels in the fruit of the spirit, then flat out, you gon' flunk this. That's what triumph the heart means. That's what the refining part mean, the furnace for gold means. You about to be judged by a great spirit who he created this whole world, okay? The heaven and the earth, right? And everything in it. And the creatures of it crossed him daily. Didn't appreciate him for nothing he done. Didn't care for him at all. But you know what? He still kept that sun, kept bringing that sun out on them every day. Growing their vegetation, sending them cool breezes and food and water every day. Ministering to them, feeding, gave them children and laughter and good times every now and again. Still, while they went on about their business, wouldn't even acknowledge him that he even exists. And he tolerated that from us for thousands and thousands of years, right? That's the kind of spirit he is. And then here come you, ain't did nothing, ain't created nothing. The creature, the creation, lived less than 100 years, but you couldn't take no losses. You was too big to receive the short end of the stick sometime in your life, or else it was a problem and you was gonna make somebody pay for crossing you. You couldn't grant no mercy. You couldn't have no patience. You couldn't suffer wrong and long. Like, who are you? Who are you? Who do you think you are? You see that? You was your own God. That's who you was. You was worshiping yourself. And he like, no, wait a minute. I am the Most High God. He's stuffing you in a fire hole when you come face to face with him. He's gonna fry you for that right there on the spot. Nobody couldn't offend you. Get yourself from away from around in front of my throne. He gonna be like, see what I'm saying? So all of us, me included, better have ourselves together in this aspect at least before we come face to face with him. Kind to make this grace period that he done granted us count. No, we got to do that before he even considered anything else regarding us. That's mankind's biggest problem. Self-worship. Said it before, saying it again. We got to clean everything up and then ask the Father to search me, Father. Examine my soul. See if there be any evil way left in me, and if it is, Father, burn it out that I may stand before you pure, holy, salvageable, and redeemable, and somehow find favor in your eyes, Ahaya. Ma, these is the kind of prayers that we got to be praying. So precept Revelations 2:19. I know thy works. What works? And charity. That's whatever you was willing to give up for the sake of another. Selfless. And service. And your service. The things you was willing to perform for the sake of the next, And what else? And faith. And your faith, the belief in the Most High that was driving you while you was doing all of these things. The Most High has to be the center of your deeds, or else they wasn't for him. Con, that was for you, that was for your own belly, and what else? And thy patience. And thy patience. The difficulty you endure through while executing all this. Cause it ain't gonna always go smooth all the time how we be planning, you know what I'm saying? How we be foreseeing it. A lot of the times you're gonna have to endure through a whole bunch of taking a deep breath and counting to 10 and trying it again, huh? That's your patience. And what? And thy works. And thy works. And again, thy works. These are work. All of this stuff is the work. This is doing the work. That's what it said in the beginning, right? Of this verse. I know thy works, Then it starts breaking it down for us, going into what those works are, right? What it say? Charity, faith, service, patience, right? That's what works. And in the end, because of all of that, what? In the last to be more than the first. And because of all of that, your last shall be more than the first. You will be better off in the end than if you didn't do these things, huh? That's what we going through, family. As individuals with our personal trials and even as a nation. This same mechanism is applying to all of that right now. Yeah, we fail as a nation and we gotta work out our own salvation, okay? So how else can he bring this to pass and manifest his word and condemn or either reward unless first he prove us, right? So that means he's sending us tests in this realm. He gonna test that faith and that work, huh? Your charity, your patience. He gonna put that diligence before you and see if you get that deed in, huh? That's him examining us and trying us and proving us right or wrong, putting us in situations to see if we gonna forgive or not. That's trying you, improving you, watching you. True, he don't tempt no man, but the devil do. So he'll sit back and watch Satan tempt you to see which route you take to get out of it, to see if the choice you choose will be something wicked or righteous. See how you gonna handle it. See if you draw from the scripture or either breach the scriptures and create your own way out of it. You know, to prove to yourself whether or not you riding with him. He already know, but he proving it to you so that at the throne ain't no misunderstanding. You understand full well what was put before you, you chose, and now here we are at the judgment. So ain't gonna be no misunderstanding. That's why all of this coming to pass, family. We gotta be tested to see what you willing to turn down in the name of righteousness. Our Father loves righteousness, and he delights in seeing us choose the understanding of it and act it out. I and many others who understand this know this about him. Like I might see somebody drop $20 or something, right? Just for example, not to influence nobody monetarily or nothing. Don't let the lucre be your drive or nothing like that, but just using this for example, I might see somebody drop $20 or something and then pick it up and chase them down like, yo, hey, you dropped this. You know what I'm saying? And give it back to him, huh? Then go right around the corner somewhere and find $50 just sitting on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's a direct sign. That's a message that he appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? He appreciate that deed, huh? He do that kind of stuff to us like that all the time. He is a rewarder. That's him examining us and trying us. And by these things, he has proved us, huh? And when he prove you, he gonna send you a sign and let you know that he done proved you. Precept, get it again. Psalm 139 and 23 through 24. Search me, O thy power. Search me, O thy power. That's what we want him to do. That's what King David is asking him to do here. Pop in on me, Father, and see how I'm doing. Find my progress, Father. Bless me for my goodness, Father. Correct me where you spot error in me, Father. This was David's kind of songs and prayers to a height. Pop in on me, Father. Check me out. Check on. That's what he was asking. This is how you get close to the Most High, family. Look, listen to this. And know my heart. And know my heart. To know is a very deep word, a deep term, family. That's why we got to get into that Hebrew and study that Hebrew, because it gives, I'm telling you, a heavenly understanding to this literature. The English ain't got nothing on it, but to know is something much deeper than the version that most minds understand. To know is to intertwine with, to mix with, to blend with. It's deep, like how two separate bodies can come together and consummate. That's what kind of know this is talking about. It's deep like that, like marriage between a man and a woman. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you can look upon a physical body, right, and know it and have knowledge of it, yeah, and know that, okay, that's two legs right there, that's two arms ahead, you know what I'm saying, a torso in the center holding it all together and whatnot, blah, blah, right? Yeah, that's the know that most likely we are familiar with, you know what I'm saying, on the regular. But this know here that King David is talking about here is much deeper than that. It's like a consummation, an intertwining, a mixing and a blending, a swapping of the most interpersonal essence, right? It's like sex almost, an intercourse almost, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me for lack of better terms, but you know, I try to get out of saying that, but that's what it's like. It ain't no better way that I can describe it. There is many much deeper levels to the word know, you know what I'm saying, than what the English expresses. To see a body in passing is not the same as experiencing intimacy with it. Is the best way that I can describe that. But that's the know that David is talking about here. He asked the Most High to know his heart. Strong's number H30 and 45. Experience my heart, Father. Discern my heart, Father. Don't just look at my heart, Father, and say that's a heart, Father, but acquaint yourself tightly with my heart, Father. Look deep and perceive my heart, Father. Identify with the good you may find in my heart, Father. Cast down whatever you don't like about my heart, Father, and reason with me, Father. Reason with my heart, Father. Teach my heart, Father. Correct my heart, Father. That's what David is asking here. Know my heart, he is begging to higher. And what else? Try me. Send me through that furnace, Father. Go through every twist and turn of the motions with me, Father, is what he is asking. Before you stand me up in front of your throne, Father, and condemn me, first take me through everything possible to reshape me and refine me, Father, is what he's asking. Teach me, beat me down, pick me back up, and try me again before you cast me away forever. He's saying, do everything you gotta do to me before you write me off, Father. You see how deep that is? How many of us out there willing to ask the Most High to do this in our pursuit of righteousness? Are you ready for this? Feel what I'm saying? When we out here being unmerciful and acting all snobbish and all that. Are you really ready for the Most High to look into you and look in on that and find that? Feel what I'm saying? Because a man or woman who is on this is after that righteousness. He wants the Most High to look in on him so that the Most High can see good and delight in what he finds and bless him and grant him peace and provision. These is the kind of prayers that we got to be praying to the Most High for him to take us seriously. And he is going to call our bluff when we start uttering this. So be ready. He is a bluff caller. He definitely going to prove it to you when you start uttering this and see if you mean it. That's why King David is saying, prove me. And what else he say? Let's keep getting it. And know my thoughts. And know my thoughts. So the same way he want him to know his heart, he want him to know his thoughts too. That same deep intertwining. That mean whatever your head was thinking at first, the Most High done ran up in your head, went all up in your brain, and mixed himself with whatever your head got going on until he pushed what you had going on all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Until the Most High was satisfied with what was in your mind. Feel what I'm saying? Know my thoughts. David's mind, what David was thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to be on. You know what I'm saying? What was going on in David's head. Man, that's righteous right there, man. This ain't the man that's going to ask this knowing that the Most High is going to go up in his head and find all of these malicious type thoughts, right? This is a man that's trying hard. You could be walking right with your feet, doing the right things with your hands and all of this, you know what I'm saying? Saying the right things with your mouth and whatnot, and still have a mind full of wickedness. And that's a man or woman of a higher that says, Father, know my thoughts. Search it. Get in there and see that goodness I've been working on. Take away what you don't like. Have at it. Change, rearrange, and remove whatever you don't like about what's going on in my mind, Father, right? Make a marriage with my mind and how consummate and intertwine. Get down to the nitty gritty of my mind. Is that a ravish? Father, ravish my mind, Father. Can you imagine that? Living life over time, praying prayers like this to the Father. Boy, does he deliver. Man, this world would be a much better place right here, right now, today, if we was praying prayers like this. Definitely, at least in our Israelite community, family, you understand what I'm trying to say to you. If we was praying prayers like this, certain brothers and sisters who own this wouldn't seem so strange and over righteous to y'all in their conduct. You see what I'm saying? But moving forward, what else you got, King David? Verse 24, and see if there be any wicked way in me. Kabang, and see if there be any wicked way in me. That means anything that's left in you, you want it purged out. Then you get up and you go on about your way, going about your day, you know what I'm saying? Searching for any wicked way left within yourself. You'll be looking forward to hearing it. Nothing true will make you mad. If it's true, you'll be happy to find it and acknowledge that and hit the ground running, making changes in your life, walking worship regarding it, You're gonna be seeking to get that up out you. You ain't all offended when you get struck in the area of yourself where you need adjustment, The closer you get to the Most High, the less correction should offend you. So when the world, they don't understand, nor do they know any other response but just to snap, right? When they faults are being spoken of. But once you done got 2, 4, 8, 10 years seeking the Most High, then this should still not be turning you upside down, family. Can I be honest? Can I be transparent up in here today? And if it is, then that's how you stay trapped in them areas where you feel like you ain't seeing no growth, ain't progressing, and taking all these hiatuses from the truth and all that. Because the Most High is popping in on you. He's not liking what he's seeing, Then he's slamming us and turning his face back away from us for a time, right? Done deal. You not ready. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about to level you up at that point. You gotta master the stage you on before he bump you up to the next level, So number 1, search me. Number 2, know my heart. 3, try me. 4, know my thoughts. 5, see if there be any wicked way left in me. And if after all that, according to what the Father finds, Then what? And lead me in the way everlasting. Kapow, there it is there. Lead me in the way of everlasting life. Precept, get it again. Let's get another one like this. Job 31:6. Let me be weighed in an even balance. Let the Most High make know mine integrity. Let me be weighed in an even balance. Try me. That's a trial. That you may know my integrity. Where integrity comes from? Integrity comes from inside you, from your inward parts, right? Your heart, your mind, your thoughts. The level of love you willing to show. That's integrity. What you're not willing to say out your mouth, The ratchetness that you refuse to partake in or be caught dead doing. That's your integrity. Not willing to hate or praise block. What you willing to turn down. What you willing to walk away from. What you strong enough in the higher to reject and decline, right? That's all integrity. I'm telling you, we becoming weird in this earth. You know how many people would have picked that $20 up and snuck it down in their pocket? You understand? Covered it up with their shoe and the electric slid it over in the corner somewhere out of sight and picked it up when nobody was looking. But no, you done picked it up and said, hey, sir, man, you dropped this, a brother or a sister or something, you know what I'm saying? They looking at us like, you could have used this. Like, what? Like, you don't want to steal this? You know what I'm saying? This is a different breed. They looking at you strange. Like, what's up with this dude? You know what I'm saying? With this sister. It's not normal. But all praises be to a higher Bashem, Yeshaya, Wabawakudash. You know what I'm saying? That's the caliber of a being that he is raising up in an Israelite. They always want to show us acting fool. They love to put the camera on them. They love to shed light on them, the ones that's out there acting foolish. But they don't want to shine no light on the ones that's going from being looked at as being liars and thieves. And you know what I'm saying? We done went to returning easy pickings to a sheep. You see that? That's somebody that would pray and ask the Most High to let me be weighed, Father. Look in on me and know my integrity, I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. Let's maybe be one more of these and get up out of here. Precept, get it one more time. Psalm 26:2. Examine me, O thy power. Kapow, examine me is what we want to hire to do at this stage of integrity. We want him to look into us and check our progress and see where we winning and losing. For what? And prove me. And prove me, to prove us. That's why. Just like Psalm 139 just said, right? Tying it in again, so that he can prove us and validate us and take into account our efforts in his name, and solidify that his word is working on us and in us. That's what we want him to do. Examine us. And he is checking in on us. Believe that. He pops in, seeing how we doing, what we got going, and depending on what he sees, determining whether or not we get promoted or demoted, as a servant. Whether we get blessed or afflicted. That's why things we feeling all idle for a while, right? We just in limbo, ain't nothing too deep really going on in life, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden things just take a crazy turn, you know what I'm saying, for either the better or the worse. That's because the Father then popped in on us and checked on us and either proved you or disapproved in what he saw, right? So if we on top of our game, that's what we want. We want the Father to look in on us and prove. But in order to do that, when he pop in, what is he looking at? Let's get some of that. Let's read on. Try my reins and my heart. Try my reins and my heart. That's what he looking at. Your reins and your heart. Your reins is your inner parts, your guts, your bowels, your organs, you know what I'm saying? Your brain, your mind, them is organs. David is asking the Most High to try what is inside of him, you know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta have love in there when the Most High look. Love really lives in us, fam. When we have it, lives in our organs. We get that in Gad's portion of the book of the 12 Patriarchs. This is everything. It controls everything. Your whole quality of life depends on this. What's going on in your organ? You know what I'm saying? Because God had hatred up in him and it was tearing his insides up, giving him all kind of diseases and all kind of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hate lives in your organs. All that. Where else we think this stuff live at? Outside of us? No. It's inside of us. It's inside of you. And when the Most High pop in there, he gonna try that. He gonna check it. Your inner parts, your reins, your heart. That's what he checking. Everything physical has a spiritual connection, right? That's how the Most High know what's up in us. He gonna check that. And what is he using to check it by? Let's read from here and grab it. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick. Kapow, there it is there, by his word. That's what he checking it by. His word. By what he told us to do. And his word is quick and what? And powerful. And powerful. And sharper than any two-edged sword. Sharper than any two-edged sword. Any blade that a man can make, this is sharper. It's a spiritual blade, Sharp enough to do what? Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. A spiritual blade. This blade is sharp enough to separate your soul from your spirit. Everybody born with a soul, right? But the spirit you receive at your baptism. So the soul is the old man. The spirit is the new man. So soul from spirit is telling us that the Most High knows when the soul of that old man is in the mix, interfering with the spirit of this new man, Wow, do you see that? That means we can't fool him. He know when we shucking and jiving and trying to pass off the old man of the soul as being something of the new man of the spirit. Men can't always see. You can fool a man. You can pass off some garbage before a man and say, "No, I'm doing this in the name of Brotha Bron7e," right? And mankind won't know the difference. You cannot do that with the Most High, huh? He knows better. He can distinguish the soul of that old man from the spirit of this new man, right? And say, "Nah, that's who you always was. That's the old dude trying to creep," right? That's the same man from the world who ain't influenced by me, huh? Coming up out of you and taking back over your members. Man, can't fool him. So soul from spirit and what else? And of the joints and marrow. Joints and marrow. So your joints from your marrow. So this blade that the Most High swinging is sharp enough to distinguish our bones from our blood. And what else? And is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Bang, punchline. There it is right there. A discerner of the thoughts, which the thoughts are of the brain, right? That's an organ from the intents of the heart. Your heart is another organ, right? That's your inner parts. So he is a discerner of that. Again, how? By his word, by what he told us to do. That's why physical obedience is so important. Because if you disobey the spiritual obedience of that word, it's gonna lodge right there in your organs and he gonna find you. Whoa, you see that? Do you see this? Whoa, your inner parts. That's what he's searching. That's how he catching us. That's the evidence that's gonna sit there and wait and be available for him when he go looking. What your mind thinking? He gonna check your brain. That's an organ. He gonna check that and he gonna catch you out there. Wanna know what you feeling? He gonna check your heart, huh? So what's in your mind and heart better match each other. That's how he catch us. Our mouth can say anything. Our hands and feet can perform any deed and deceive. But he checking them organs. Our inward parts, our private parts is an organ too. Our sexual organ. This is why adultery and fornication is wrong. He gonna check that. He gonna catch that, huh? It's right there in the organs. The dietary law. That's his word. We disobey that. Pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, oysters, clams, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like this. Bad for our organs. We gonna disobey. We gonna eat that. He gonna go in there and check that. He gonna find that, huh? So you see that? Even down to what we eat. This is important. This is a spiritual and physical connection to this, family. It affects all that. That's how he searches. He checking our insides. Whatever you do, it's gonna be right there in your body. Right there on your inside, your range, your inner parts, your guts, your bowels. You know what I'm saying? Your organs. I know I said that was the last one. Hold on, let's get one more. Let's slide this one up in there. Look, while we on this note. 1 John 3:17. But whoso has this world's good. But whoso has this world's good. So if you have the good of this world and see if his brother have need, and you see your brother in need, and shut up his bowels of compassion from him. Pow, punchline. And shut up his bowels of compassion from him. Shut up your what? Your bowels. That's your inward parts, your interior, your inside. What you are made of. That's where your compassion lies. If you shut that up from him, if you close that off from him, your bowels of compassion, in his time of need, then what? How dwelleth the love of the Most High in him? Then how does the love of the Most High dwell in him? You gonna disobey this? He gonna look there and check that? He gonna catch you out there. He ain't gonna find that love and compassion up in your bowels. He gonna see something else. Like the love of me ain't in this dude right here, this brother, this sister right here. And this is what King David is asking him in Psalm 26. Father, check this. Search me. Find this in me. You know what I'm saying? The progress report. Examine me and bless me for my good, huh? Answer my prayers, Father. Chasten me for my bad, that I get this right and work them out before you, huh? With the help of your strength. You see why he loved King David so much? Because King David was worried about him, you know what I'm saying? Really cared about what the Most High thought and how he felt. And trip this, David did do some messing up. Did some foul things at one point, just as we all have in our life, huh? So this don't necessarily forfeit us or exclude us from seeking this, you know what I'm saying? From growing and succeeding at this. This is the same understanding of grace that Christ would later bring with him and make plain. But you know, all in all, David was after the Most High's heart. And he found it. That's how we gotta be, family. We gotta be after the Most High's heart. You ain't gonna ask something like this if you ain't after the Most High's heart. That's what makes all the difference. But it's never too late to jump aboard this time, long as we still got breath in our body, long as we still breathe. And if you woke up this morning, that means he ain't gave up on you. You know, but long as we serving our own belly and stepping on the Most High will for us and acting on our own impulses and all that, doing whatever we want to do, having things how we would rather have them, snapping when we mad, giving in to to our temptations, laying down wherever with whoever, feel what I'm saying? Eating what we want to eat, saying what we want to say, hurting who we want to hurt with no edification involved in all that. Shutting up our bowels from each other, you know what I'm saying? Our bowels of compassion from our brothers and sisters, being stingy and tightwadded, seeing everything and everybody through evil eyes, you know what I'm saying? Always got something negative to say in all of this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us have learned to pacify ourselves with these things and ain't willing to give them up, you know what I'm saying? The list is long, it goes on, and it's all lies right there in your organs. We ain't getting away with none of it. The evidence is right there within our body. But this is where we want to humble ourselves and get at, though, where we can ask the Father, come into me, search me, bless me, right? Chasten me if I need that, right? That the destination of my path may end at the foot of your throne, Heavenly Father, am I? This how we gonna get that reward, family. This is the only way we gonna get that reward, because we cannot do it on our own. We need the strength of the Father. And I am your Brotha Bron7e. You know what I'm saying? That's it for me, family. Hey, it's been grand going in these scriptures with you once yet again. Love, grace, mercy, peace be unto you all. Whoever you are listening and made it to the end of this jam, you know what I'm saying? Made it all the way through this thing. The water, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to shut this thing down and enjoy this blessed Sabbath. You know how that go. Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya Wabba Wap Kadash Barakatham. Unity. BWO, we taking over. Taking over. Gathering the Christ Church in these last days. I am Shabbat Shalom. Psalm 143, 7-10. Hear me speedily, O thy power. My spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. 8. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. 9. Deliver me, O thy power, Rahaya, from mine enemy. I flee unto thee to hide me. 10. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness.